Hey guys, so I'm gonna go and tell you about this miniature story I wanted to share with you guys. So I was on this elevator with, I think it was like with two people, and I was working on New Year's. Yeah, I was working on New Year's, actually New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. And I was in the elevator, and I think I was like going down somewhere. And I just remember meeting this woman, and we talked for a little bit, and I was saying Happy New Year's to her, and she told that to me too. And she was telling me that she's very happy that it is New Year's, and she told me that she just turned 97 years old. I was like, oh wow, that's incredible. Like, wow, it's amazing. I was like, wow, that's goals. I always tell that if you're an older person, you are goals. For every young person out there. And she was like, yeah, I am going out and I'm gonna go and do something fun. I was like, oh, that's so cool. I'm so happy for you. She was getting off the elevator to go out and do something. She's 97 years old. I can't remember if she had a walker or not. I really can't. But she seemed very lively and happy. I thought that was incredible to see. A 97-year-old woman going off the elevator and living her life. So, I'll tell you guys, a lot of people think that once you reach a certain point in life, such as certain goal, accomplishment, or age, life stops. After meeting that 97-year-old woman, I was like, no, life doesn't stop. It keeps on going. I used to think in my head a lot that once you graduate from college, you go about your life in a dull manner. I guess, you do your job, raise kids, have your significant other, kind of go about life. And that's kind of really it. And it really showed me that, that there's more to it than after you go and reach a certain point in your life. And there's always going to be in-between stages. So I think that's where I'm at right now, in the in-between stage. And it was just incredible to see someone that's 97 that's lively. I've met multiple people, teenage years, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 80, 90, that they think that's it. And they have this presence where it's low energy, not much liveliness, thinking that's it, nothing else. They just kind of sit there. A lot of the time, what I'm seeing with this kind of mentality is they're gonna gripe about something, that mishap in their life. This is a lot of the time, and they repeat it over and over and over again. And you listen, and a lot of the time they want I think the feedback they want is feeling sorry, or sadness, or anger, or disappointment, in some kind of emotion of that sort. And when they are given it, it's feeding into it, and they just tell everyone. Keep over and over again. And then even if they told it to someone, like they already said it, they're going to say it again, over and over again. I was like, okay. And I've just learned is give neutral feedback. So you just say, okay, and move on. Because I know what they're looking for. They're looking for a certain response. And you can tell them constantly, oh, no. You know, that you should do this and this, or you can do that, blah, blah, blah. But they won't believe you. It just goes right through their head. A lot of the time, that's what happens. Over and over again. You can give out your opinions, you know, try to change, make it so they have a different outlook. And I think to see a different outlook, it takes a lot of life lessons, not just one little talk. You know? It has to be over and over and over again till finally it gets to their head. And sometimes never. They reach to their deathbed and they're still thinking it. It's just like, okay. Anyway. And just seeing this woman so lively, it was incredible. And it reminds you that there's so much more to life. It doesn't stop at any time. Any time after accomplishment. Or any time that something didn't work out and you're angry. A lot of the time it's anger I get from people telling me over and over again. A lot of people like to go and tell me about whatever stories they have or whatever thoughts in their head. And it's a very repetitious thing I'm seeing a lot of the time. And you just nod your head. Listen. Let it out. And I know I can say whatever, but it's not going to get through. I mean, maybe sometimes. I'm pretty persuasive, but just people are thick-headed, you know? Especially if you really thought about it over and over again, it's like, it's stuck. So you have to have a lot of life lessons directly right at you in order to learn from it. And it's very sad to see someone on their deathbed. They're thinking about it. It's like, really? So, yeah. So I just want to remind you guys that no matter afterwards, you think there's a stopping point. There is no stopping point. There is none. You go and get to, try again every single day. Something didn't work out. You're angry about something. Oh, I'm too old. Okay? Then figure out something else. Figure out some other way. So, there's this person I met. Went to the traditional route and all that. And, this person was pretty happy in general, Got to do whatever he wanted. But there was one thing he wanted in life. He was 96. Long life. Very healthy guy, too. Gotta say, probably superfood is sweet potato. He had that every day. And, oh yeah, he's really well in shape for definitely a 96-year-old. It's incredible. And he told me the one thing he wanted to do. Didn't do it. It was actually something very simple, too. Like, to me, it was definitely possible. So he wanted to go to Florida, and I think it was Peninsula, he said. I'm not really sure. It was just some certain part of Florida, to go and see the sunset, this specific place. Drive through there. He wanted to drive through there and see the sunset. And I was like, that definitely was possible. I get it. You're 96, you can't drive. So what you do, I think that what they could have done is gone and asked someone that's willing to drive them to experience this. It's definitely possible. But this person couldn't see that it was possible, because all they could see was what they couldn't do. But it is definitely possible. It's what I'm seeing. That's just me. This other person I met, is 88. She told me, I think it was her birthday, her 70th birthday, or 75th, I can't remember. I think 70th birthday. She went skydiving. I was like, wow, that's crazy. That is crazy. Even for me, that's too much. I'm not into that. I don't like that kind of stuff. Yeah, she was like, yeah, I want to do it again. I was like, oh my goodness, like, that's crazy. But yeah, just know, guys, that whatever it is that, whatever it is that you want out of life, it's all possible. Whatever accomplishment afterwards, there's more to life. Right after, it's gonna keep on going. It doesn't just stop there. After a certain age, just keeps going. Just keeps going. And I think that we think in our minds that after a certain point, that's it. Or for something that we want to do so badly, and we think that it's not possible. There is. You just have to think more on how to work around it. That's just how I see it.